Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about our next one topic, the relationship between the human capital and economic growth of chapter number 5, human capital formation. Up to the previous topic, we have studied about the meaning of the human capital and sources of the human capital formation, the difference between the physical capital and the human capital, the similarities between the physical capital and the human capital. As we already know that the human capital means the availability of the skills and expertise of the human being at a particular point of time in an economy. On the opposite side, what do you mean by the economic growth? It means the increase in the real national income of a country. So today we will discuss about the concept of that what is the relationship between the human capital and the economic growth. So meaning of the human capital, you know very well, it refers to the stroke of skills and expertise of the human being available in an economy at a particular point of time. As well as on the opposite side, economic growth means the increase in the real national income of a country. So today we will discuss about that what is the relationship between the human capital formation as well as in the economic growth. Is it real, is it fact that if you are spending more money on the human capital, if an economy is tries to increasing the human capital formation, will it lead to the economic growth or not? So simply, investment in human capital contributes to economic growth. Yes, naturally we can say the contribution of the educated person to the economic growth is more than that of an illiterate person. कि अगर हम ये बात कहें, नो डाउट एक एजुकेटेड पर्सन का जो एक कंट्रीब्यूशन है इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ में वो बहुत ज्यादा है किसकी बजाय एक अनएजुकेटेड पर्सन की बजाय. व्हाई, व्हाट इज द रीजन? कि जो एजुकेशन है इट जस्ट प्रोवाइड द नॉलेज प्रोवाइड करता है किस चीज के रिगार्डिंग, इन ऑर्डर टू अंडरस्टैंड द चेंजेस इन द सोसाइटी एंड द साइंटिफिक एडवांसमेंट. एज वेल एज इससे क्या होता है कि ह्यूमन बीइंग जो है दे कैन डू डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ इनोवेशंस एंड द इन्वेंशंस. एज वेल एज कि एजुकेटेड अगर लेबर अवेलेबल होगी इकोनॉमी में, इट विल ऑल्सो फैसिलिटेट द एडेप्शन ऑफ ए न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी. कि लोग जैसे जैसे नई स्किल्स के बारे में सीखेंगे, दे विल ट्राई टू ऑल्सो अडॉप्ट द न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज एट ए वेरी easy sense. Simply, on the opposite side, human capital formation can also be made by health facilities. So if a healthy person, no doubt, the healthy person can provide an uninterrupted labor supply for a long period of time rather than the ill healthy person. So health भी एक बहुत important factor है for the economic growth. So we can say very well that both the education as well as health, along with the another factors of the human capital formation like on the job training, job market information, migration, कि एक human being की individual income increase होती है, generating capacity increase होती है. So ultimately it lead to the increase in the productivity of human being, or the human capital contributes to the economic growth. Simply, now the question arises, how can you prove these things कि actual में human capital अगर format होती है ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, it will lead to the increase in the economic growth also. In reality, we cannot say that we can prove it or we can say it because of we cannot measure. हम ये measure नहीं कर सकते due to the problem of the measurement. We cannot define it very clearly. But simply reason is that कि education को हम कैसे measure करते हैं? In the terms of the years of schooling, teacher pupil ratio, enrollment rate. We cannot say that these will not affect on the quality of the education. There is a measurement problem regarding these things. As like similar कि हेल्थ सर्विसेज हैं, हम उन्हें मॉनेटरी टर्म्स में मेजर करते हैं, लाइक वी कैन से द life expectancy, mortality rates are there. These will not actually impact on the health status of the people of a country. So there must be some analysis should be done using the indicators. जो हमने indicators देखे, एक analysis किया गया इस बात पे कि एक्चुअल में एजुकेशन और हेल्थ सेक्टर में जो इम्प्रूवमेंट की गई और जो रियल पर कैपिटा इनकम में इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई, तो क्या इससे हम ये कह सकते हैं इन द बोथ ऑफ द इकोनॉमीज, द डेवलप्ड एंड द डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमीज, वाज नो डाउट इट वाज फास्टर, कि जैसे जैसे एजुकेशन और हेल्थ सेक्टर में इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई तो पर कैपिटा इनकम में भी इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई, दोनों की, चाहे वो डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमी थी चाहे वो डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमी थी, बट जो रियल पर कैपिटा इनकम थी दैट वाज नॉट इंक्रीज्ड अप टू दैट एक्सटेंट। सो व्हाट इज द रीजन, कि जो रीजन है हायर इनकम जो है दैट इज मेनली डिपेंड अपॉन द हायर लेवल ऑफ, इट डजंट मीन आप ये नहीं कहेंगे कि ह्यूमन कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन हो रही है तो it will ultimately lead to the higher per capita income. No, it will mainly lead to the growth of income. Higher level of human capital causes growth of income, and higher growth of income will ultimately lead to the high growth in the capital formation. Selected indicators, like you can see very well that some of the indicators are there: real per capita income, crude death rate, infant mortality rate, life expectancy at birth rate, literacy rate in mil. As per these data, we can say these are increasing time to time. Crude death rate is going to be decreasing by spending of time. Infant mortality rate is also decreasing. Life expectancy at birth is also increasing in male and female both. Literacy rate is also increasing by time to time. So how we can prove it, or we can give some kind of evidences regarding these things, that the human capital formation ultimately lead to the growth of economy. So there were the two independent reports on the Indian economy was given on the by the different institutions. It has been identified that no doubt India will grow at a very higher rate due to its strength in human capital formation. Now the question arises, who has given this kind of report? The first one report was given by Dutch Bank, a German bank. In its report on global growth centers, it was published on 1st July 2005. उसमें उसने क्या आइडेंटिफाई किया, दैट वन ऑफ द फोर मेजर ग्रोथ सेंटर्स जो है वर्ल्ड में, उसमें इंडिया एक ऐसा है बाय द ईयर ऑफ 2020. तो इसमें उन्होंने ये अपनी स्टेटमेंट दी कि बिटवीन दीज ईयर्स 40% will goes rise in the average year of education in India to just above 7 years, कि 40% जो है वो एजुकेशन में इंक्रीज हो जाएगा एट द to the just above 7 years. Second one report was given by the World Bank, India and the knowledge economy, leveraging strength and approach. उसने क्या कहा कि इंडिया को एक ऐसा मतलब ट्रांजिशन होगा एक कैसी इकोनॉमी में, नॉलेज इकोनॉमी में, एंड इट विल अल्टीमेटली यूज इट्स नॉलेज टू इट्स एज मच एज कि वो अपनी इकोनॉमी में अपनी नॉलेज को बहुत ही इफेक्टिव तरीके से यूज करेगा. देन द पर कैपिटा इनकम जो है वो अल्टीमेटली इंक्रीज होकर कितनी हो जाएगी, यूएस डॉलर 1001 थी जो 2002 में, दैट विल इंक्रीज अप टू द यूएस डॉलर 3000 इन 2020. So no doubt India is now, no doubt we can say, they have all kind of the availability of the arrangements for making this transition, कि उनके पास स्किल्ड वर्कर है, डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट है, साइंटिफिक नॉलेज है, टेक्निकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, so they can transfer their economy into a knowledge economy. So these two reports are simply point out about the fact कि अगर फर्दर ह्यूमन कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन की जाएगी इंडिया के अंदर, इट विल अल्टीमेटली मूव इट्स इकोनॉमी टू ए हायर ग्रोथ इकोनॉमी.